I'm gonna hand it over to Nicole for some breath work and nervous system support and take it away.
Awesome. Will you allow me to share screen so I can share the music if that works tonight? Let's
Yeah,
cross our fingers.
let's hope that it works. I'm just gonna make you the host.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just really quickly gonna share sound. Hold on, let's see if I click play, and then let me pull back up the Zoom so I can see your faces. Can you guys hear that yet?
Yes,
You can.
a
Okay.
little, yeah.
Is it really light?
I think when you start talking, it cuts out.
Okay, let's try this just a little bit. Let's see if I actually share screen. I just want to make sure that this before. Got it now. Good. You guys can
Yeah.
still hear me talk and the music. Okay, great. That's our music for tonight. Custom recording. So I really want to talk to everybody. And oh, Morgan, I love that. Sorry if I'm looking like a weirdo. It's all good. I mean, I'm like literally trying stuff out because I got a new MacBook, so I'm hoping that like I can share everything. So I just wanted to see where everyone's at. It's a new year, yet we're still in winter. So society says like it's time to go, 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 but also the seasons say it's time to rest, rest, rest. Where is everybody feeling like they're at tonight or within this like season? What are people feeling? This journey of health? Just give me like a one sentence or two sentences in the chat. Sleepy. You're in rejuvenation mode, Carly, and optimistic. Ooh, I like those. Morgan's on the hunt for something.
She's
Balanced.
being a weirdo.
I
Um,
was trying to get away to some peace in this house.
good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Mary Lou
Okay.
says slow. Megan says better again. Ooh, I love
Ooh, Megan.
that. Yay. Okay, cool.
Good.
I just keep getting sick. So, and that's what I said last week. My word last week was better. And then I got sick again. So I'm better again.
Excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. So people are feeling pretty good. We got just a couple of sleepies, but that's okay. You're feeling a little slow. Other people are feeling pretty like optimistic, excited. I love that. Better again sounds like you're resilient. Yeah, Carly, reflect that back.
Ooh.
So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna check those of you guys have been on breathwork call for with me before. You guys know I check CO2 tolerance. So we're gonna check that first so that we have numbers going into tonight. And it's always important for us to check, and especially as I'm gonna be here more and more often, it's gonna be fun because you guys are gonna get to see some progressions, are gonna get to see changes over time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 breaths together. So you're going to do a deep breath in through your nose. Then you're going to let it out through your mouth with a sound. You're going to take a second big breath in. Let it out with a sound. A third breath in. This time, mouth stays closed. You're going to let the air out your nose as long and as slow as possible. And as soon as you're done letting that air out of your nose as long and slow as possible, you're just going to raise your hand up. So you guys can just as long as slow as it takes. If you swallow, the test is done. If the air stops coming out, the test is done. Anything else that would come up that would stop the flow of air, test is done. Everybody feel clear as mud. Perfect. Okay, so just setting ourselves up, giving us a little shake if we need to, and let's go ahead and take our first big breath in. Big breath in. And letting it out with the sound. Big breath in through your nose. And letting it out with a sound. This is our third one. Big breath in through your nose. Mouth closed. Start breathing out through your nose now. Long and slow. Raise your hand when you're done. Long and slow. Doing everything just right. Perfect. Good job, Carly. 13 seconds. 18 seconds. 24 seconds. 31 seconds. 32 seconds. Nice job, guys. Carly, I think that was an improvement for you too, right? That's awesome. And Morgan, it was an improvement for you too? Amazing. Was it an improvement? Sophie, was it an improvement for you too?
Yeah, I actually did it the first time that you were doing that, and it was 30 seconds. But that was an improvement. But also, Morgan, you've been doing the walking with the nose thing.
It's obviously helping, yes.
Mary Lou or Megan, I can't remember. Did you do this test before? Yep. Okay. Mary Lou, first time. Awesome job. So you were, did I say 19 seconds? Is that what I said? 18? Okay.
18. Yep.
Perfect. Great job. So I'll explain something to you and Carly here in just a second. And then Megan, wonderful job. Do you do breath work?
Not enough. It makes me feel like I did something wrong. Sorry, I know. I always feel like I did it wrong.
Oh,
But no, I think that was an improvement from last time.
That's
I
amazing.
sometimes go back and I do your breath work videos that we previously recorded, but I don't do it enough.
Amazing. I think you do it just fine because you got an improvement and you said you're feeling better and you keep getting better. It would make total sense that you're doing it just the way you're supposed to.
I didn't even have to say it this time, so.
Yeah, so this is what I like about the breath work that I do. So the breath work that I do is about gentleness with us. So often we think in order to get better, we need to go harder at a protocol. We need to do it perfectly. We need to make sure we're doing breath work every day. We need to do specific types of breath work. And really, it's all about just listening to your own body. So Carly and I were very similar that when I started, I was a 7. So anything under 20 shows that you're in significant trauma state and fight or flight. Now I hover around a 36 to a 38. And what this does is this really just is data, just lets you know where you're at. So for example, today Carly was a 13 and that was way better than last time. So she's already improving and her nervous system is already improving, which means her health is continuing to improve. And really the 20 is like a great thing. Let's get there. And also she's improving, which tells me a good thing. And it's night. So your CO2 tolerance will always be worse at night. It's worse after you eat. So Mary Lou, yours is probably well over 20. Whenever we have to cycle things to actually digest food, it'll be lower. If you've had any caffeine today, it'll be lower. If you've done any exercise today, it'll be lower. So it's best if you guys check it first thing in the morning. That'll kind of let you know in general, where is your nervous system at on just a baseline. So you guys can run through that test anytime that you want. Today we're going to do a breath work and we're going to do a little bit more of a challenge breath work. And so, but the challenge is within yourself. So we are going to talk about, we're going to do a balanced bottom triangle breathing. We're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. We're going to hold in the bottom for 4 seconds. And as we go, I'm going to give you 2 prompts. The first one is be aware of what's going on inside of your body. Everything we do, we want to be inside of our body. So often illnesses or even like just in general, life kind of takes us out of our body. It makes us like be like, oh, who should I ask? Or, it was funny. Carly just said like enough according to who? Right. That it's because we're like outside of our body. Like maybe one day a month is enough for breath work for some of us. Maybe we need it every day. Who knows? And it's only right for you. And so this journey is really, really, really powerful. Just getting back in touch with who you are, how you make decisions, and really being in alignment. And then the second prompt is going to be, can you take in even less air? And as you take in less air, so we could breathe in for 4 seconds like this. And we can take in a lot of air, right? Or we can breathe in for 4 seconds and it can be as gentle as this. I barely took in any air. what will happen is this is where CO2 tolerance starts to get pushed. This is where we start to make gains. At any time, you can take in a breath and you can take in more air. What are some reasons that you guys think that you would do that? What would be something that would tell you like, okay, nope, I need to take in more air? Nicole says, can you take in less air? But my body says, I need more. You guys think of anything? Pop it in the chat. Open, unmute.
I needed to take in more air yesterday when I missed my cue that I was doing too many pull-ups, and then started to like get a little like
Like a little lightheaded.
yeah.
Caffeine for me every time.
Yeah.
I can only do like half a cup of coffee. Otherwise I'm like,
Yeah. So if you're feeling the need to resort to mouth breathing, so if all of a sudden you want to go, it's a sign you just need to shut your mouth, but take in more air. Tell your unconscious mind that like everything's going to be okay. So your unconscious mind is here for your survival and your thriving. Your conscious mind is your action taker. We want to be in relationship with both. So as we take in less and less air, your unconscious mind is going to go, holy crap, Megan, what are you doing? I'm not on board. You're trying to kill us. This is a bad idea. Taking a breath of air, taking a bigger breath of air. Come on, you know you want to. And instead, you're just going to say, kind of being inside your body and just say, hey, we're safe. Let's just try one more breath like this. And I promise I'll give you more air as soon as we need to. I'm not going to push you too hard today. I'll be gentle with you. And maybe you take in one more breath, and then the one after that, you take in more air and you say, see, unconscious mind, I told you, I got you. I'm not going to push you too hard like I used to. And so it's just going to be you kind of having this conversation back and forth while staying in your body. How's that sound?
really cool.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. Great. Okay. So, position yourself however you need to. Go ahead and find your comfortable space. I'm going to turn on our music here. Finding where you're comfortable now. Bring down the volume just a smidge. And just beginning to relax, coming fully present into the space. You can close your eyes now, or you can close them later. Getting comfortable now. Whichever you choose. Journey today is choose your own adventure. How much air can you take in? How little air can you take in? How much can you communicate with your body? How well can you? So good. Yes, it can be yours. Just begin with your eyes closed now. Begin to trace your breath. As you inhale, imagine a pure white stream of air coming in through your nose, down through your throat, and into your lungs. And as it comes out, you can imagine that stream again as white. Or you can imagine it carrying, maybe it's carrying rainbow particles on it. Out of your throat, out of your nose. And all those little rainbow particles are things that are no longer serving. Breathing in, following that beautiful, pure white stream. Such healthy air coming in through your nose, down through your throat, and into your lungs. As you breathe out, imagine the same stream of air carrying away anything that's no longer serving your highest purpose. Out of those lungs, out of your throat, out of your nose. Can you be inside your body? Can you be inside your body and still feel that excitement or the sleepiness? Can you feel the feeling of getting better and better? Where's that at in your body? Can you feel that feeling of slow as you trace your air into your nose and down through your throat? Can you trace that air all the way to that feeling of slow? As you breathe in that air, find balance. Where's that place where you felt balanced? And as you breathe out, that beautiful, healthy white stream can wrap around any pains that you have, any aches that you have. And begin to flush it right out of the body. Our unconscious mind uses our body as a stage. And even our breath lets us know what we need. And our breath allows us to communicate back consciously to our unconscious mind. Our goals, our focus, our actions. And together, our conscious mind speaking to our unconscious mind speaking to our conscious mind, we become a whole person. A whole person walking towards our goals, walking towards our purpose, creating and being. Can she feel that now? In just a moment, we're going to start our breathing in for 4 and out for 4 and hold for 4. All with our nose. Breathing in through our nose. Breathing out through our nose. It allows this beautiful, healthy filter. Make sure that the air that's coming in is rejuvenating and refreshing and healing. This beautiful, constant filter. So often we forget to say thank you for, or sometimes even use. Before we start that 4-4-4 breathing, let's go ahead and take 2 of those big breaths in, pulling it from your feet all the way up to your head. Big breath in now, big deep breath in through your nose. And letting it all go with a sound. As you become more and more relaxed, more and more present, and deeper inside your body. One more big breath in through your nose. All the way up to your head. Are you inside your body? And letting it go. Following inside your body. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, in. Out. And hold. In already. Unconscious mind out, communicating with you. hold. What's it say inside your body? In and out. And hold. In and out. Becoming even more aware. And hold inside your body. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and in. Anything your body needs. And out is all right. Does it want to move and hold, or does it want to go even deeper into relaxation and rest? Now and in and out and hold and in and out and hold, calling upon our unconscious mind. Communicate anything it wants in this beautiful, safe environment and out. And we are creating it. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, taking over on your own now. Staying with the in for 4 and out for 4 and hold for 4. Each time increasing the awareness inside your body. Notice what's already changing just with beginning breath work. Can you take in a little less air? Just a little. Your unconscious mind might say, oh, we need more air. And just tell it, give me 1, give me 2 breaths, and I'll take in a little bit more, I promise. Maybe your unconscious mind is used to pushing so hard. Maybe it finds a point when everything feels good, and your body feels good, and your mind feels good, and then you push it just a little too far. And it has to retreat. And now, in this moment, you're showing it how you listen. How you can do less and accomplish more. How restfulness is productivity. Can you take in even less air? And stay with that in for 4, out for 3, and hold for 4. Something your body needs to be completely relaxed now. In your head and breathe. Maybe you need to run your hands across your eyebrows so that's not any tension. Maybe you need to wrap yourself in a hug and such a little protection for the shoulders. Maybe you need to rub your belly with your hips. As you listen, you notice the deeper and deeper you go into your body, into your unconscious mind with these challenges, the more we can nourish and nurture. Show our unconscious mind that a challenge doesn't have to be pain. Rather, it can be safe. And can't you feel the challenge now? You've already had lots of challenges. Yet this one, your whole self, conscious mind speaking to unconscious mind and unconscious mind speaking to conscious mind. You're making new neurological connections about these challenges, about how safe they can be, how embodied they can be. Just a few more breaths here. Can you take an even rest? Just one more minute. Can you reassure your unconscious mind? And your conscious mind lead kindness. And all together, moving you forward. In just a moment, we're going to take 3 big breaths in. We're going to do some holds at the bottom. These are peaceful holds. We'll exhale out our air just to where it feels neutral. Not where we feel like we need to gasp for air, just neutral and peaceful. And we'll hold there. First one will be for 30 seconds. The next one will be a minute. The one after that will be 90 seconds. And you'll find that each time you're able to hold just a little longer. And anytime you need to return to natural breathing, you can. You did so good here. Bringing all of your body all together now. Big, deep breath in from your feet up to your head. Big breath in through that nose. And letting it out with a sound. And hold. Where are you at in your body? Where's your body calling you to go? Notice that you can hold for 15 more seconds with ease. And you did it. Big, deep breath in through your nose. Letting it go with a sound. Coming back into relaxation. One more deep breath in. And letting it go for a second hold. And hold. You might find yourself surprised. Surprised how long you can hold. Surprised by the communication happening between your unconscious mind to your conscious mind and your conscious mind to your unconscious mind. As all the 40 trillion cells of your DNA begin to all work together. The mitochondria, the energy are turning on. Even as you relax more and more, they're hard at work. Healing and replenishing, rejuvenating. Even in rest, you notice that you have more and more energy. And isn't it funny how in the pause, we can find ourselves. And you made it a whole minute. Big deep breath in through that nose, belly, ribs, chest. Expand all the way up to the head and letting it go. We're going to do 2 more just like that. Big deep breath in. belly, ribs, chest, relaxing deeper and deeper, trusting yourself more and more, letting it all go. One more before our final hold. Big, deep breath in, get in all that air, showing your unconscious mind how much you'll take care of it, and letting it all go. And hold. Can you find that place of peace, even in the challenge? You need to give yourself a rub on the chest, or maybe gentle pressure on the ears. Your unconscious mind will say, take a breath, and that's okay. And you'll say, can we just count to 10? Can we go a little bit more? Do you trust me to show you what's safe? Staying inside your body as you're resting so peacefully now, peacefully in the challenge. And your unconscious mind is gathering even more information about how it can conquer every challenge, how it can climb any mountain and gather any tool, how it can use all the resources around it. And notice how whether you made it this whole time till now, or whether you return to natural breathing, that you listen to yourself, and that is a win. And all together now, let's take one last big deep breath in. Relaxing it all out. I'm going to continue to play the music. Just return to your natural breathing now. Provide your body anything that feels nourishing. Keeping your eyes closed and listening to the music, staying inside your body. As your unconscious mind, as your body wants you to do. That when you know it, you will be able to move forward easily and effortlessly in your life. And any challenge or any excitement, anything that comes up, this right now, this will be your reason. Can't you feel that now? How easy it is to come back to this. Staying just another minute longer, as we know that our unconscious mind can gather tools and resources and messages as quickly as it can. Make new neurological connections at the unconscious level, integrating all parts into the wholeness of your conscious mind speaks to your unconscious mind, your unconscious mind speaks to your conscious mind. All working for your highest health, your highest good, your purpose, your truest self. And you'll notice that you're ready now, that your unconscious mind has gotten all the messages that it needs to know, and it's delivered those consciously as your unconscious mind speaks to your conscious mind and your conscious mind speaks to your unconscious. And so you'll begin to feel safe and excited, rejuvenated to come back to now in any state that was right. You know what to do. And I'm going to begin to count from 5 to 1, and as I do, you're going to become 20% more back into the room. 5, feeling where you're sitting or where you're laying. 4, wiggling those fingers and toes. 3, wrapping your arms around yourself in a hug. to waking up your face with a smile, all that energy, all that rest, all that play, everything that's been calling to you, waking up. 1, relaxing those arms and blinking your eyes open, coming back to now. Welcome back. I always leave a little bit of integration time for y'all. So you guys can share in the chat, or you can share and you can just unmute. Did anything come up for you? That was a little bit more of a challenge than we've ever done inside this group before. So you may have seen some bright colors. You may have needed to really trust your feelings inside your body and that communication. So feel free, unmute, share anything that came up, or anything else that you want to chat about today. Even any questions about breath work. How can I incorporate this more? Morgan's doing that CO2 walk. Is that a
How do you
none?
actually practice being able to hold your breath longer, just doing what we just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the bottom triangle that we just did, so in for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, that's a gentle way to get those holds to be longer. So they're probably longer than what they would have been if I just would have been like, take a deep breath in and hold, you were able to push yourself a little bit more. So that's a really gentle way to do it. And then just taking in less air and less air. As your CO2 tolerance gets up and up and up, you'll be able to hold for longer. So when I was at a 7, I could hold for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then I was really straining. And like my next breath would need to be like almost like a gasp, like, which is not what we want. We want it because when do we gasp like that? Like when do you go?
Yeah, when you're frightened or shocked or
Yes. So it's an immediate fight or flight response, right?
right.
What we want to teach
Yeah.
our body is that everything that you're doing inside Sophie's program, inside maybe a fitness program, anything is safe. Because if your unconscious mind feels safe, it will let you do almost anything. This is how, they've done these tests on athletes. And originally they thought that really high level athletes like Olympians, they thought that they it just took longer to feel pain. That's why they could perform so much better. And whenever they looked at it, they applied a painful stimulus. And what happened was everyone, untrained, trained, Olympian, someone that just goes to the gym 3 days a week, they all felt pain within about 5 points on the scale of each other. But what was different is that the other athletes could be in the pain for longer because they were telling their unconscious mind that that pain was safe, that pain was okay. It's like the first time you go run a mile and you're like, oh God, I might die. But then the second time, the third time, the fourth time, it gets a little bit easier and your unconscious mind goes, oh, running a mile is safe. And then you go to run a 5K and it's like, oh, heck no, that is very unsafe for us. And so it makes you breathe like this and you get in that panic. Breath work is the same way. It can feel that we're trying to push it somewhere. And what's interesting about breath work, though, is that the higher a CO2 tolerance gets, so that test that we just did, the higher that number gets, it is oh gosh, the fireworks are going. Sorry. Welcome to Zoom. The higher the CO2 tolerance gets is directly related to how you handle stress. That can be health stresses. That could be fitness stresses. That could be going after a dream, business stresses. That could be just stress inside the office place. And all of a sudden you see these people are like super cool, calm, and collected, and you're like, okay, that person like literally just made you mad. I know they did. And they're like, oh yeah, they made me mad. How did you not react? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I just was able to give myself a little bit of a pause. That's CO2 tolerance. The higher it gets, the easier those pauses are. So wherever you're looking for that in your life. So that's an easy one to do is the 4, and then any balanced breathing, 4 in, 4 out. That will bring you to the same place too. So those are really, really easy. You guys know, I typically stick with 4 counts and typically stick with stuff that you guys can integrate really easily into your life. Well, hello, pretty girl. Awesome. Any other questions? Did that answer your question, Mary Lou? Did that feel confident? You feel confident?
Yeah. I was noticing when we were doing it that sometimes just, even though I was trying not to, I just unconsciously took like a big breath and just
Mhm.
like sighed it out. And I realized that I do that. I was just doing it today when I was driving, that every once in a while I'll just be noticing, I don't know, and that all of a sudden I've just taken a big breath and sighed or something. So I
Mhm.
feel like that's my body telling me I need more air.
Yeah. And so when your body says, I need more air, so our bodies actually don't need more oxygen. That's why if you go and get the little oxygen test,
Mhm.
right, it says like 98 or 99 almost every time, unless you need to like go in the hospital and be on a ventilator, right? Like it's like usually
Right.
very high. We don't need more oxygen. It's literally our body saying, I want to take in more oxygen because I can't handle the CO2 levels in here. It's just trying to
Okay.
balance your pH. So you don't like, that's why I say like push your brain a little bit. Can you challenge it? Like, listen consciously, I know I don't need oxygen, but right now my brain thinks I'm dying, so it wants me to take this big gaspy breath. And then,
Oh.
do you see?
Yes.
Yeah. So like even when you're driving in a car, our brains haven't adapted. So you're driving 60 miles per hour down the road and your unconscious mind takes in 2 million bits per second of information. So every single tree that goes by, it's like tree, leaf, car, red, person, like restaurant, and like it's attaching to memories and it's taking it all in. And then it only lets us consciously recognize 120 bits of that information, 2 million to 120. So we're driving and like our unconscious mind is like, oh, red, that's important. Stop. Like, and it lets you recognize that. Or like, oh, there's a car over there. Have you ever like slammed on your brakes and like just in the
Mhm.
nick of time, you're like, I didn't even realize I saw that car pulling out. Like,
Mhm.
realize what's it's because your unconscious mind was taking in all that information and synthesizing, looking for threats. I want to keep Mary Lou alive. I want to keep her alive. I want to keep her alive. And then all of a sudden you'll notice that like because that doesn't feel safe for your unconscious mind to be turned on like that. It hasn't been safe for you yet.
That's
You're like,
exactly how I was driving today, like this, and I felt it, and I tried to relax, and that's when I like took a big breath and sighed, and I was like, I
yeah.
didn't even realize I was like that. So
And the higher your CO2 gets, that stuff will just oh my gosh, will naturally ease away. So I know, right? That the higher your CO2 gets, all of a sudden you'll notice that you're just driving more relaxed because your unconscious mind is just, it's being programmed. You're building these neurological connections that say, oh, Mary Lou's safe. She's been keeping us safe a lot. Like, that's really nice of her. Really appreciate that. Love that. Thank you, Mary Lou. That was a really great question. Appreciate it. Megan, do you, I will call out on everyone. That does not mean that you have to talk. It's just, as I've decolonized my business, it's really important. Indigenous cultures, everyone got called on one by one so that they had a chance to speak if they wanted to. Some people just don't feel comfortable just jumping out. Don't feel like you have to speak, just because you're being called upon. But if you would like to speak, the stage is yours, Megan.
When we were doing the holds, I couldn't get past the 30. Is that common? Yeah, I could not do the minute or the 90 seconds, like not even close.
Yeah, common.
Okay.
And also you had a pretty high CO2 tolerance. So that's a little bit interesting to me. What started happening in your body or mental chatter once we kind of got around the 30-second mark? What was happening right before you took a breath?
Uh, Maybe a little bit of panic. I can't pass out, I'm home with 2
Oh,
kids, like that kind of thing. So it was hard to talk myself out of the panic and to just sit in it because I'm like, yeah, I can't pass out. That's not gonna work.
Is there
So
anywhere else in your life where you kind of have this panic, like, hey, I've got 2 kids, I have these like obligations that I need to do, so I need to keep pushing forward. I need to be more aware. Does that show up anywhere
oh
else?
yeah, every day.
Okay. So that's a perfect example. So just so you guys know, one of the reasons that I do breath work this way, the reason that if you guys have seen a lot of breath work, it's through your mouth. The reason I don't do that is because the probability of you guys passing out, having a seizure, anything like that is pretty much like 0.00001%. when I'm having you breathe in and out through your nose, and whenever we're doing the types of breath work we're doing. So it's, again, it's a safety thing. So when you prompt people to breathe in and out through their mouth, you'll be able to have really long breath holds. You guys easily probably could have held a minute, but the risk of passing out and the risk of seizure goes way up. So just so you guys know, and just so sometimes I'm learning with human design as I'm like studying more and sharing with my group more, that there's people that need a lot of like factual information to actually be able to relax into our breath work. So that's why I'm really excited that Sophie has invited me to come and do this even more with you guys, because you guys will get more used to me. But I want you to know that that's the biggest thing that I do that's different than most other breath workers, is I'm literally watching like your faces. I can kind of watch your shoulders. I can even watch in your neck, and certain muscles will start to contract if you're going to head into like passing out. So I'm watching all of that. And if I notice any signs, I'll literally just take people out of breath work. I'll just be like, and everybody's taking a deep breath in now, and another one, and another one. So even when you guys were doing the holds, I could see people were really straining and they were having a complication. So I was going to do deep breath in, breathe out, hold. Deep breath in, breathe out, hold, deep breath in, last one, breathe out and hold. And I was like, oh, nope, they're not there. That's going to be too much of a push. So I'm just like watching those things. So I'm just adapting that breath work as we go. But yeah, so just like, so that you kind of have that ease. And then I would just check in. So I might go back and like listen and watch this breath work again, and do it again, and notice what would it take to feel safe in your body, that you can just be you and you can push yourself and you can move forward and you can know that you're safe, and that you'll be able to take care of your kids tomorrow. Like, you're not going to run yourself too far into the ground. You're not going to, because that's huge for like health journeys and those pieces. Powerful stuff. Thank you for sharing that. Morgan, do you have anything that you want to share?
I said in the chat that I felt like I exhaled when you said rainbow. I did not say rainbow. I exhaled like red and black. And I think it was just because I was like, it was like the negative that was coming out, and those were the colors that I saw. So that was, I don't know, that was my biggest takeaway there, I think. So
That's beautiful. Yeah, so you can go in and like, it's really powerful when we can see something leaving too. Because like, have you guys ever gotten back like a test, or like it could be any sort of test, a health test or just a test, and you got like an A on it and you're like, oh, didn't know I knew that, but I definitely know all that information right now. It kind of confirms stuff for you. So when you can see those visualizations, it literally confirms to your body, like that stuff left you. It's like, oh, it really did leave. Huh, cool. Saw that go. So it's really positive for you to be able to come back to, and you can come back to that breath anytime you need to, if you notice. And you don't even need to know what the things are. So often we're like, well, what do I need to let go of? What's bringing me stress? And it's like, nah. Your unconscious mind will just let go of it. It doesn't need you to consciously know. It's taken in 2 million bits per second, and it's like, oh, you want to release stress? Cool. This is all the stuff. Let's let it go. So it's really powerful. Thank you for sharing. All right, Carly, you're the last one.
I was saying a lot more in my conscious mind than I would have liked, but I definitely feel more refreshed right now than I did coming into the call. So I'm gonna trust that like stuff is happening. I just didn't know what it was happening.
Yeah, I love that. And again, I think it's really beautiful. So often when we do a lot of like spiritual work or breath work or those kinds of things, even some of the techniques that Sophie and Carly and I do, quantum time technique, these things, we really talk to the unconscious mind. When I do breath work, I want both of them talking. I want to know that my whole team is like here. Imagine if you went to like the baseball game and like only the pitcher was there. There's no catcher. It's going to slow down the game. Could you like still accomplish everything that you wanted to do? Like, yeah, like the third baseman can run over there. Maybe the ump can get the ball and throw it back to the pitcher and you can pitch again, right? It's not that the game would end, but the game wouldn't be as efficient. So that's why I invite our whole selves, all parts of ourselves, which is our conscious mind. And so often our conscious mind has this like negative connotation, like, oh, you're always resisting me, or you're always coming up with excuses, or you're doing this or you're doing that. But our conscious mind is our action taker. So I think it's really cool, Carly, that your conscious mind came, because I actually asked your conscious mind to come too. I said, come on board and, tell your unconscious mind that you're going to keep it safe, that we're taking this action today, but that we're safe. We're going to push just a little bit more. So even specifically in this breath work, I think that was perfect, that it was there and it was protecting you and that all parts were kind of communicating with itself. So that's really cool. And I think when we can accept all things, powerful stuff happens. Love it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do breath work with you. This recording, I know Sophie will get it up. She had to run to go take care of some family stuff. So I will be catching up with her, and then I will be back. She says, sorry, guys. And then I will be back with you guys here soon. I can't remember when, but I will be back with you all soon and we'll do some more breath work. Also, don't hesitate that if you guys have specific types of breath work you want to do with Sophie, if you have certain goals or like you see certain things, let her know and we'll do sessions and we'll do talks about them. So I'm excited to grow in this with you all. Oh, Sophie, go for it.
I just want to say thank you, Nicole. And it sounds like you guys had some good questions. I had a emergency family thing. So I'm so glad you were here to take care of everybody. And I hope it was great for you. And yeah, I love what you just said. If there's other breathwork things you guys want to do, this is your program. Let's make it happen.
That's right.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys, in a week for the anger releasing workshop with Patrick.
Oh, dude, that's going to be awesome.
Bye, guys. Bye.